Hey guys, how's it going? It's Molly. I'm here today to do another installment of Shop My Stash. As always, I'm going to start the video off talking about the things I chose from the last rotation. Let you guys know just kind of some mini reviews on those things. And then we'll jump into the portion where I'm actually shopping my stash. So if you're curious about the things that I chose last time and what my thoughts were and what I'm going to choose for the next 2 weeks, then just keep watching. Okay. As always, there are a couple of things that I just forgot to use. One of which is because I think I'm kind of avoiding it because I don't want to use it, which if that's not a reason to declutter, I don't know what is. And the other one I just didn't get around to. So those two things are the Morphe glitter and the ColourPop Super Shock in Set to Stun. This I know I love. It's beautiful. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. This is it swatched on really dry hands, so not an accurate representation of the product by any means. And then the Morphe glitter, and is it even a glitter or is it just, it's really just a liquid shadow. I don't know, why am I avoiding this? This is really pretty. I should probably use it. Okay, so for the third time, that's right. This is the second time that I have forgotten to use this. For the third time, I'm keeping this in the rotation and I'm going to use it. Okay. And I'm going to keep this in the rotation. Cool. Okay, moving on to the things that I did use and letting you know what I thought. Let's just start with primer. So this is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. Is that what you are? Yes. I love this. I really do. I feel like it just helps create a really nice skin-like finish with foundation. So highly recommend this, especially if you have foundations that are maybe a little bit heavier. I feel like this is a nice step to do beforehand to make them not quite as whoa. You know what I mean? So I like that. Foundation. I don't like this. This is the Pacifica A Light Clean Foundation. This is not good. This is probably the worst foundation I've ever tried. Maybe. My little dog is wandering. It's what he does. He's old. I think he's maybe a little confused about where he's at. That's not funny. That's actually really sad. But if I don't laugh about it, I'm going to cry about it. So here we are. Anyway, what I don't like about this is it's one of those foundations that just sits on top of your skin. It doesn't sink into your skin. And so there's a lot of transfer, and it also just kind of, it moves on its own. It's like the foundation molecules want to gather together. I don't know. They're having a party in cracks and crevices or just random spots on my face. There's just this like spattering of pigmentation where the rest has worn away. It's very weird. I don't recommend this at all. Yeah. It's garbage. Okay. Powder, I did remember to use my Mineral Veil and I like it. I feel like I should just use this up. It's practically gone. I don't know if you guys can you tell? Yeah, it's basically gone. I mean, it's not gone. It's almost gone. There's maybe like a month left. Watch, it'll be like a year. But I think I'm just going to keep this in for this rotation because I would like to use it up. So what do I like about it though? I don't know. Powder is powder. It's, when you have a bad one, but it's hard for me to explain what's good about it. It's not heavy. It helps all of my other powder products blend out. Like I use it as a finishing powder. I didn't use it under my eye. I just used my RCMA No Color powder under my eye because I feel like that one is the nicest for under eye that I personally own. But yeah, I like it. I like the Mineral Veil. I'm into it. Okay. The next product, Milani Silky Matte Bronzing Powder. This is in the shade Sunlight. This is fantastic. It's pretty light. And I tend to have to build it up to get the pigmentation that I'm looking for, but I like that in a bronzer. I'd rather have it that way than something crazy pigmented that looks absolutely nuts on my face. So this I do really like. It's a great color for my skin tone personally. It is not what I have on my skin today. My dogs are about to start barking. The UPS truck just drove by. So this bronzer, it's great. It's not patchy. It's very smooth. It's buildable. It doesn't have any weird, oh, there is a scent. Just like a hint of like sunscreen. I like it. I like that smell. But no overwhelming scents like the butter bronzer. If you don't like that, and it's cruelty free. So yes, please. Blush. Okay, I've got 2 blush things. The Melt Makeup. What are you? Digital Dust Duo Blush and Raw Honey. I talked about this in a favorites video recently. Was it my November favorites? I am head over heels in love with this. We are going hard. If I didn't have a blush in my project pan, I'd be using this every single freaking day. But I do have a blush in my project pan. So I wore this a few days, and those days were wonderful days. I loved doing my makeup those days. I didn't mention, I haven't been mentioning how often I wore these things. This I wore almost every day. This week was an exception. I think in the past 4 days I wore a different bronzer, the Flower Beauty bronzer, because I just tried it and I kind of fell in love with it. But other than that, I was wearing this every day. The foundation I wore 3 times. Ooh, it was gnarly. This I've worn every day. No, I didn't wear it today. I don't have any powder on today. I forgot to. But other than today, I did wear this every day. And then this I wore under my foundation every day. So I like it when I'm able to actually focus on these products and really use them for multiple days and not just a couple of times. But whatever. Anyway, this is the Zoeva Premier. I got this in a BoxyCharm. Man, I like the packaging. It's very art. I don't ever know. I can't ever remember the difference between Art Deco and Art Nouveau. It's very one of those. Whichever one this is, it's very much that. It's like so 1920s. So I like that. The Roaring 20s, like, come on, Great Gatsby. I'm into that stuff. I think we were all kind of hoping that 2020 would have some hints of that, and it just didn't. It fell apart. But this, it's fine. Like this, the blush is obviously the only product in here that I can really use. I guess I didn't really try this. I could use this as a blush probably. I'm going to try that. I might keep this in for this coming rotation. But this blush is very much like that Note blush that I had in, I think, last rotation. It's like the exact same shade. It's beautiful. It is the shade that I have on my cheeks today. So I do really like it. And I thought for sure that I was going to declutter this, and now I just don't know. I tried using this as a highlight. I actually tried it today, and I didn't go too ham with it because I didn't want it to be this crazy dark like cast on my skin. So I just lightly went in with this, and then I topped it with my Makeup Geek Luster, which is the next product I'm going to talk about. I'm just going to talk about it right now. I love this. It's a phenomenal product. I have no idea if these are still available, but if they are, you should absolutely pick them up. Makeup Geek knows what they're doing. They make wonderful products. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful highlight. And like I said, that is the bulk of the sheen that you see on my cheeks. It's really pretty. It doesn't accentuate texture. It blends, it like melts into your skin and just creates this gorgeous, gorgeous glow. Back to this. So the blush I love. This, I don't have any use for unless I use it as an eyeshadow, and I have the shade in eyeshadow a million times over. I don't need it. So I need to see if this works for me at all. And just kind of, well, why don't I do a swatch? So there's that shade Swatch. That could actually be a gorgeous glowy blush. Okay. Crap. I thought for sure I was going to declutter it, and I was feeling really good about that. And now I'm maybe talking myself into it. We're ready to talk about eyeshadows. So I pulled in a bunch of my singles. I was really thinking that I was going to get more use out of these multi-chromes from Clionadh. I didn't use them a single time. What's wrong with me? These are beautiful. I swatched them. I was like, oh, those are gorgeous. I should use them. And then I didn't use them. So for that reason, I am going to keep this in this coming rotation. I really specifically want to use the Clionadh shadows, these 4 square pans. Well, they're rectangles, but whatever. So there was that. I did these shimmers here. These 4 shimmers are also Clionadh. They're just their regular shimmer shadows. I did use some of these, and they're really, really good quality. I love them so, so much. And I'm pretty sure I used some of these Makeup Geek shades too, like these 2 burgundy type browns. I used those. So I am going to keep this in just because I want to use those Clionadh shadows. And then the shadows that I got the most use out of were from, oh, sorry, my bad. The shadows that I got the most use out of were from this palette. Today I've got on, this is a Makeup Geek shadow, I think in the shade Tan Lines. I could be wrong. Oh, I almost dropped it. Sora, sorry, it's the shade Sora. These are kind of a pain in the butt to get out. And then I was using this, it's Americano by Makeup Geek. I've used it as liner along my lower lash line and to deepen up my outer V. These larger pans are the Juvia's Place singles. They're phenomenal. Of course they are. I've got this shade on today to deepen up my crease, and then this shade all over my lid. And it's just, I love this eye look. It's such a beautiful, simple, like brown smoky eye. I'm into it. I really love it. I got some really beautiful looks using these Clionadh shades here. Actually these 3, like this is my matte, and then these 2 on my lid. I wanted to use this shade here, and I never got around to it, but it's another Clionadh one. It's really pretty. I did use ColourPop Tea Garden. One of my favorite looks that I did was with this shade here. It's like a green, is it a green brown duochrome? I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. And it just doesn't swatch well on my hands because they're so dry. But I used that. I loved it. Had really, really nice looks with it. And then I used this one. This is Glass Bowl. When these 2 shades came out, like they were crazy. Like people were going nuts over those. But yeah, it's just a really pretty sort of iridescent shimmer, and it's pretty sheer, but it's kind of an unexpected fun shade, you know, like it catches the light just right, and it's blue, and then other times it's purple and pink, and it's really pretty. So I am kind of wanting to keep these in because I love them so much. I really need to organize my my single shadows because it irritates me that I've got shades from the same Clionadh bundle in all 3 of these palettes. Because then there's this one, and I actually didn't use any of these, I don't think. Nope, I didn't. So this is a mix of Sydney Grace and Clionadh. I definitely need more magnetic palettes so that I can actually organize my singles. But of the singles that I used, I definitely got the most use out of this palette, and I want to keep it in. I don't know what to do. Help me. You know what I'm going to do? Because the shade that I'm really wanting to use out of this one is this like green shade. I'm just going to pop it in this happy little guy here. Can I do that? no, it doesn't, it won't, it probably isn't going to fit. I can switch them out. Okay, hang on a second. Okay, so this I'm going to keep in the rotation. The rest of the singles can go back into their drawer. I do love them. Especially those Juvia's Place ones. Oh no, especially all of them. Really, truly, I do. Okay. The singles, because I have an eyeshadow palette in my project pan, I use these singles, I want to say 8 out of 14 days. It might have been more than that because I think I was using there were days when I was using these and the Urban Decay palette. So honestly, it was probably closer to like 10 days that I used these. No, you know what? I use these every single day now that I'm thinking about it because I was using the mattes and then the shimmers from the Urban Decay palette. So they got a lot of use and I feel really good about that. All right, let's talk about lipsticks. So let's start out with the one that was not good. This is the Ofra Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Havana Nights. I think this is just old. It's kind of dry, it's kind of patchy, and by kind of I mean really patchy. Oh my gosh. But it's a beautiful bold color. It looked great when I wore it. I got a lot of compliments. It's a beautiful, beautiful shade. Not that a lot of people are seeing me with on a matte. By a lot of compliments, I mean I got 2, but still. It works best under a gloss because just on its own, it's patchy and weird, but top it with a gloss and it's fine. So I think it's just one that I probably need to get rid of it because I can tell that the formula has changed. Because it's also a little bit thicker than I remember it being. Okay, and then this I forgot to use. I should have mentioned this at the beginning of the video. This is the, what are you? Bare Minerals Gen Nude. I want to say it's a Gen Nude. It's their matte liquid lipsticks in the shade Swag. It's a really nice, cool toned mauve. I didn't forget to use. I wore this once. Don't listen to me. It's the shade here. It's so pretty. I love it. I only wore it once, so I'm going to keep it in the rotation. So just because, why not? And then the Tarte Bullet lipstick. What is this? The Color Splash lipstick. I want to say it's part of their Rainforest of the Sea line. This is what I have on my lips today. It's a really nice nude. The formula is pretty thin, so if you don't like thinner formula lipsticks, then I would steer clear of these. They're not my favorite, but I still like it, and so I'm not upset that I was using this. In fact, I kind of want to keep this one in too. I might keep this one in. No, there's other nudes that I need to show love to. Oh, but it's so pretty. And then the Buxom lip gloss, this super old Buxom lip gloss. I don't even know the name of the shade, but it's one of their full-on lip polishes. Yeah, I thought that was a shade name. That's just the name of the product in French. This is pretty. I layered it on top of this one, and it's gorgeous. I really am thoroughly enjoying it. So that is it. Those were the products that I chose from last rotation. Let's jump into shopping my stash. Okay, you guys, so just to recap, these are the products that I'm going to keep in the rotation. I've got Set to Stun, the Super Shock Shadow, the Morphe Liquid Eyeshadow, the Bare Minerals lipstick, and the Mineral Veil. Oh, and my singles. So we got those. And then, over here I've got my project pan items. So those are obviously going to be in use. And then over here, I recently purchased these items from Flower Beauty. There's also a lip stain that I'm not entirely sure where that might be, but I'm going to go ahead and be using some of these as well. However, I don't know that I need to use them every day for 14 days. So let's go ahead and find some additional goodies to play with. Okay. I was kind of thinking I wanted to pull in these two Lorac Mega Pro palettes. I don't ever use them. And I keep mentioning a declutter is coming. There are several items that I just don't know how I feel about. So as much as I just kind of don't want to use them, I feel like I ought to. So I am going to go ahead and pull in these. There's the Mega Pro 2. This is the Mega Pro 2. Lots of neutrals, a couple pops of purple, kind of fun. Kind of, not super fun. I don't know, it's fine. And then this is the Mega Pro 4. I feel like Lorac kind of stepped out of their comfort zone with this one, and you got to give them credit for that. So, I'm not super excited about using these. Maybe that's a sign that they just need to be decluttered. Molly, maybe that's what that means. So, okay, so that's 4 eyeshadow palettes. Actually, 5, because I've got that Flower Beauty one. I think we're good. If I can't be satisfied with 5 eyeshadow palettes, I might have a problem. Blush, bronzer, random shadow, and highlighter, and primer drawer. Good God. What to do? Okay, so I have the Flower Beauty blush. All right, the tones of my eyeshadows. We've got lots of warm tones. We've got probably some cool tones also. I haven't used this little lady for a while. This is the Laura Geller Baked Blush in Pink Grapefruit. Sorry, it's the Baked Blush in Brighton. I don't know. Here's the NARS blush. NARS isn't cruelty-free. Neither is Lorac. Maybe this is the battle of the non-cruelty-free brands. This is in the shade Deep Throat. God help us all. Why not? I have not used this in well over a year, so let's just see what happens. We are good on blushes. I don't need any more. We've got some random primers back here. I love this glassy skin look primer. I think it's beautiful. But I don't know that I need to be working on using that one. What I need to be working on using is some of these others to see if there are things that I want to keep. Good Lord, I need new organization. Okay, so we're going to go with this No Problem Prime Essence by Touch in Sol. Truthfully, I didn't notice a ding-dang difference when I used it, but we're going to go ahead and see if that is accurate or if I was just not paying attention. Random eyeshadows. Golly gee. This is embarrassing. Every time I do this, I say that. And every time I do this, I'm like, next time I'm going to come down here before I film and I'm going to make everything nice and pretty. And then every time, guess who doesn't do that? Me. Yours truly. Hot pink? Why do I have this? We don't know. Nobody knows. Here we are. I'll probably declutter that guy. Probably will. This random NYX shadow. Oh my God, Molly, get rid of it. Oh, I don't even need to try that. Okay. You know what? Christmas is coming. Pretty shiny gold is going to be something that I'm going to want on my eyes. So this is the Tarte Chrome Paint Pot in Park Avenue Princess. Is that what you're called? Yep, that is correct. It's just a really beautiful foiled bronze. Oh, the holidays though. I mean, really, should we do it? Should we do it? Yeah, I think we should. Okay, what shades do we have? Wanderlust, Smoldering Satin. We're going to bring in Smoldering Satin and Sea Siren. Nope, just kidding. Into the Blue. I make things up. These are the Stila Liquid Glitter. It's Christmas. I'm wearing glitter. Okay, bronzer. So I've got the Flower Heatwave bronzer. Spoiler alert, I'm in love. I don't know that I don't need another bronzer. Let's not get too crazy here. Because I'm currently contending with three different blushes. That's too many. It's too many, Molly. Okay. Highlighter. I do have a highlighter in my project pan, but let's go ahead and grab this e.l.f. one. I need to see how I feel about this because as I recall, I wasn't crazy about it. Okay, foundation. So I do have a foundation in my project pan. I'm only going to grab one foundation. Let's make it be Pure 4-in-1 Love Yourself. Oh, I'm too close. I don't know if I should do the Pure. It's between the Pure 4-in-1 Love Yourselfie and the Light Illusion. We're going to do the Love Yourselfie. Okay. And I need to grab a concealer. I put the Dose of Colors one back. I do love it, but I feel like I need to show some love to, I only have 2 other concealers. I mean, truly. So these are the only 2 other concealers that I have. The Milani Retouch and Erase concealer and, oh my, the e.l.f. Hydro Camo concealer that is like gone. I thought I had one that wasn't gone. Weird. Okay, well, let's do Milani. I'm going to grab the Milani one. Sayonara face palettes. We are not interested in you. Okay. Baby. My baby is trying to wake up. Somebody needs to tell him that that is unacceptable. It's too early. It's like 5:30 in the morning. Okay, for gloss, I'm going to grab this Cream and Sugar by Marc Jacobs. This is just like a little travel size. It appears to be like a clear base with a ton of micro shimmer, so I think it would be really pretty. Christmas is in 6 days, so I do want to grab a red lip. I'm going to try to make it not be Wild Queen, Evil Queen, Wild Queen. She gets wild. But that being said, that might be my one like favorite red. Is that my favorite red? Do I have other reds? I have other reds. Okay. All right. Dose of Colors. What are you? Kiss of Fire. Okay. If you say so. Sounds painful. I need a nude. Oh, that's funny. I was just picking up the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lipstick when I said that. But I truly do need a nude. So I'm going to grab this number 7 lipstick. These are great, by the way. It's the shade Honey Bloom. It's dirty. What's I don't know what's on it. You got goobers. That's gross. Who knows? It was probably in my purse and it probably got something sticky on it because we don't know what happens in people's purses. Okay, so here are the things that I'm going to be using for the next 2 weeks. Wish me luck. Hopefully I don't forget anything. God willing. Also, I completely forgot to film an outro, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.